Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So my landlord's working on my house.
Yeah, go back to that.
My ring cam got knocked over, and when he turned it back upright from me, I almost had a mini stroke, then realized it was his finger.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, that's a fuck.
What?
How
is that a finger?
Just look.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That looks like a fucking flopping cock, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Like, if the caption on this was, I got visited by, the famous doctor, chef, astronaut, Johnny Sins, I'd be like, yeah, that's definitely him.
Oh my god. That anywhere. That was a girthy boy, if so.
Oh my god. Yeah, I seen that on TikTok. I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah, my immediate reaction.
Okay.
Howdy. Welcome back to the Hardcore Podcast, episode 12. I'm your host, Christopher Norwood.
And I'm your host, Robert Melton.
So today's episode is High on Life Side Quest number 2. So Robert and I recently played through High on Life, and we're going to discuss it a little bit and give our review. But first off, we have some game of news for you. Gaming news. All right, so we don't have too much, but Atomic Heart recently got a release date.
And what is that?
So that's going to come out a day before my birthday, which is
February 21st.
21st. Heck yeah. So I don't know how. My cousin Colton was just telling me about this. I want to say it's pretty recent that they released that date. But have you been keeping up with Atomic Heart at all? Is that a game on your radar? What do you think about it?
No, I haven't really been keeping up with it. I've seen it on like some of the the gaming, like the trailer releases and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I don't really know a whole lot about it. So
it's a game that I'm semi-excited for. I'm not the biggest FPS guy like yourself, but I don't know. It just looks really cool. It looks like a mesh.
Oh, like myself.
Like yourself. Sorry. Like yourself.
No. I don't like FPSs.
Didn't I say I'm not the biggest fan like yourself?
Oh. I see what you're saying.
I may have said like myself, but I'm not the biggest FPS fan like yourself.
I get it. Sorry.
My bad. But it's like a mesh between Fallout and like BioShock to me.
Yeah.
But that looks pretty cool. So yeah, that's coming out February 21st. That's like a FPS game mixed with has like BioShock elements, but it's like has some like mechs in it that you're battling. Set in the 1950s, I believe. I want to say I gotta look at my notes for this. Soviet inspired. That's what I was trying to think. I was like, what did I write? So yeah, Soviet inspired. I'm just gonna read right off my notes. Soviet inspired FPS about battling unsettling robots in an alt history 1950s. Should have done that from the start.
Interesting.
But it looks pretty cool. It looks like a beautiful game. Like I remember this was a game that was like announced when ray tracing became a thing. So it was showing off like
it's been that long.
Yeah.
Wow.
That they like first like showed gameplay.
That.
And they were showing off like the lighting, the reflections. It just, I don't know, it looked really good. But other than that, we have Forspoken coming out this month. That's to be released on the 24th. And I didn't know this, but that's only coming to PS5 and PC.
Yeah, you just told me about that.
Yeah, I just
very surprising.
Assumed Xbox, but yeah, no, that's kind of a exclusive to PS5 and PC. I don't know if that's a timed exclusive. Maybe that's coming out later on the Xbox.
I could definitely see it being timed exclusive because it's for those two platforms.
Especially if it does like really well.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it'd only be a matter of time.
Yeah.
But Forspoken coming out January 24th, very soon. And we also have the Dead Space remake coming out on the 27th. And what's cool about that is that's coming out on the new gen, but that's also coming out on last gen platforms.
What about PC?
PC as well.
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
yeah. But not Switch. So no Switch release, which is fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dead Space 27th releasing on PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Series S, X, and PC.
Yeah, I seen an IGN review on that, and supposedly it's a fucking masterpiece.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. No, I'm excited about that because I still have that itch to play like a spoopy game.
Spoopy.
Spoopy. Screepy. Other than that, most people know about this, but Hogwarts Legacy is coming out February 10th for the PS5, the Xbox Series S and X.
Day one purchase for you?
PC. That will be a day one purchase for me because
Pre-order?
I have a pre-order for sure to get the bonuses. May even get the collector's edition or whatever, the Legacy, the bigger edition. I'll probably get that because that comes with a lot of extra goodies as well.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about that is February 10th, we get it for the current gen platforms along with PC. But it's coming to Switch. I don't know if you knew that, but it's coming to Switch.
What? I did not know that.
Weird.
Oh, God.
I don't know how it's going to perform
it's
or
gonna
look
be awful.
potato mode, but what's interesting about that is it's coming to Switch in July.
Oh.
And it's coming to the PS4 and Xbox One in April. I just thought that was interesting.
Fuck? No, that's super interesting.
We got like a few different release dates for that. But with the shortage of PS5s being kind of over, if you still have a last gen like PS4 and you're looking to upgrade, it should be easier to find. Hopefully you can get the new PS5 by the February 10th release date.
Right.
Other than that, I just remembered there's a little bit of Pokemon news. So if you keep up with Pokemon or this channel, you'll know that the newest set, the newest and last Sword and Shield set is coming out here shortly. But pre-orders have begun for the English set, Scarlet and Violet. Like Pokemon Center announced that, they have because Pokemon Center usually has their own exclusive ETBs that come with like a little bit more. And I think you get more packs, probably some different card sleeves, maybe some metal dice instead of like the acrylic plastic dice. And you get a Miraidon like promo card. It looks pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if there's like a Miraidon and Koraidon, exclusive.
Yeah.
Like if it's
It'd be
like
weird
two
if it was
different
just one of
boxes.
them. Oh, yeah. That would make the most sense.
Yeah. So that may be how it is. But yes, pre-orders for that have started. But yeah, no, as far as gaming news and just news in general, that's all I got.
Okay. Yeah. That's, not a whole lot, but
Nah.
just some nice release dates coming up.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess we can get into the videos
Let's
that
get
we've
into
seen
it.
this week. Here we
Yes.
go. That shit always hits hard.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You want me to start this week?
Did I start last week?
Maybe.
All right. Yeah, you just go ahead.
I don't remember. Okay. Let's start off with this one.
Went to walk into my room and then I slipped on 2 inches of ice, but thank God my bear was right here to save my life. So I picked up the ice off the ground. I walked right over to the table to put it down, and then I slipped on a mask, and then the ice went right.
The mask, and then the ice went right up my ass.
Oh, the way he humps that
The bear. Yeah, that's what did it for me. Oh my gosh.
Dude's
Oh my
got a sick
God.
worm, though.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was good form.
Yeah. Oh, that was solid. All right. Now this one, I can't remember what this one was.
Oh. What the? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So my landlord's working on my house.
Yeah, go back to that.
My ring cam got knocked over, and when he turned it back upright from me, I almost had a mini stroke, then realized it was his finger.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, that's a fucking cock.
What?
That
How is that a
is-
finger?
Just look.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That looks like a fucking flopping cock, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
That's
if the caption on this was, I got visited by, the famous doctor, chef, astronaut, Johnny Sins, I'd be like, yeah, that's definitely him.
Oh my god, you know that cock anywhere. That was a girthy boy, if so.
Oh my god. Yeah, I seen that on TikTok. I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah, my immediate reaction.
Okay. Now here's the one that's gonna get you. For those listening, a cobra.
Did you hear that?
Oh yeah, just came out of a pipe.
Oh my gosh. No, sir.
So what's crazy is
No, sir.
all right, first of all, I'm wondering where the fuck this is. It's
Yeah.
like a bunch of white people, like in a suburban area, it kind of looks like. So this is like some kind of like, not really an exterminator, but maybe it's just some guy trying to rehome this and they called him. But look at this, like watch when it turns around. This is a spitting cobra, I assume, because if you look around here, you'll like this first swipe, you see a liquid come out. You see that?
I didn't see it.
Like right around here.
Oh, one more time? Now that I know where to look. Oh yeah, I see it.
That gets in your like eyes or mouth, bro. That's fucking venom.
Oh my gosh, will that blind you? Like immediately?
I'm sure
I'm just going to assume so.
I'm sure it'll be very painful and incapacitate you for a little while, but I don't know the effects. Either way,
I just assume all snakes are venomous and can kill me. So that's how I kind of get through life. It's just,
you really fucking hate snakes.
I do. Yeah, not a big fan.
Is there like some trauma you've had with like snakes?
No, I actually want to say I remember seeing a picture from my childhood of me going to. Do you remember Hooray for Hopewell?
No.
Did you ever attend one of those? Well, I was born in Hopewell, so I used to go to those all the time. I don't think they do them anymore. But I want to say there was a time where I guess this guy had a snake. It may not have been Hooray for Hopewell. It could have been like some field trip or something. But there was like a picture of me like holding a snake, but I can't remember there being like a negative experience with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if something happened, I can see that's where maybe the trauma was from, but I don't know. I just, some people don't like spiders. I just don't like snakes. I don't like spiders either, but the snakes, where I definitely draw the line.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think snakes are that bad.
I don't know, man. Something about just their movement.
So you don't like
just
worms either?
Freaks me out. I don't like worms, but
fair.
Yeah.
But you don't hate them?
No.
Okay, so which one of these do you want to start off with?
Just save that one all the way to the left for last.
Okay.
Yeah. Either of the other two.
Let's start this one.
In this house, we honor good old-fashioned values. But most importantly, we drink mug. Does that hurt your feelings, you little snowflake? We don't care.
We drink mug.
In my opinion, as a root beer connoisseur, fuck mug. That shit tastes flat as hell.
I don't like mug.
I'm a Barks guy all the way.
What is it?
Barks?
Barks?
Silver can, Coca-Cola company.
Oh, okay. I think I can picture it.
BARQ.
Yeah. I think I just do, what is it, A&W?
A&W is good too. That's solid.
I think that's just the one that, if I'm going root beer, I'm not the biggest root beer fan, but I like it. But
I hate a motherfucker that's like,
mug.
I hate a motherfucker that's like,
mug.
Root beer tastes like toothpaste. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't really get that one.
You never heard that before?
No.
Oh, man. Yeah, I've heard that so many times. But here we go. That thing is huge.
Right? He's so sad.
It's a penguin. They're weighing on a scale, and it keeps trying to come off.
So it says, a struggle to weigh a 97-day-old baby emperor penguin. That's the only struggle I want in my life. I thought it was just so cute. Yeah, he is big. But yeah.
Looks like that thing's like fucking 3 foot tall.
You know me, I gotta throw that wholesome video in there.
That's a good one.
But this next one killed me the first time I seen it. It's fucking hilarious. And I'm sure you've definitely seen this guy many times.
All right.
Did you guys actually make this? Oh my god.
Hold on, pause it real quick.
Incredible.
So you can't see it, but the caption says something along the lines of, "Me if I was invited to Friendsgiving," or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I cannot wait to taste this. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, pussy. This is incredible. Y'all went insane on this shit. Y'all fucking bodied the fuck out of this. Teresa, this is your mashed potatoes? Insane, bitch.
Slay.
You fucking killed that shit. God damn. Bro. Food Network. Where are you? Hire these people, bro. Fucking crazy bitches. Y'all are fucking gross. Y'all are fucking gross at this shit, huh? Yeah, y'all fucking ate. So I'm about to eat. Huh? Happy Thanksgiving, pussy. Oh my god. Whoa!
Holy fuck.
That's so funny.
That's a good one. Damn.
Yeah, I love seeing that guy.
They killed
I haven't
that
seen
shit.
him in a while, so I was like, this
Yeah,
is
it's been a while since I've seen him too. I can't remember what that viral video was, but he had like a super massive viral video.
I'm trying to think.
Killed that shit.
What was that video?
I don't know. What was his name?
Did you guys actually make this?
Mr. Krush? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Either way.
Yeah.
So, now we're going to talk about High on Life.
The meat and potatoes of the episode.
The meat and potatoes. They killed that shit. They bodied it. They bodied that
Get
shit.
the fuck out.
Pussy!
No, they did. They bodied. All right, so you mind if I try to do like a gist of the story? Help me out here if I miss anything. Well, actually, no. First impressions. So, High on Life, still relatively new game. But I remember when it was announced and like when it was released, you hear a bunch of things.
Mm-hmm.
They got pretty good reviews. I would say like the epitome of good reviews, like a solid 8, maybe some 7s. But what I had heard was, obviously hilarious because it's made by like the people or made in part with the people that did Rick and Morty.
Mm-hmm.
So hilarious. But I remember hearing that like the gunplay suffered a little bit. The platform was kind of boring. So I was going into it with that impression. Did you like hear anything differently?
No, it was all positive.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, people fucking love Rick and Morty. I never really got into it. I mean, I've seen episodes, but...
Yeah, random episodes here and there. Same. Yeah. It's a show I'd like to watch at some point, just because the stuff I have seen has been pretty hilarious. But yeah. No, those were the expectations I had going into it. So, I mean, it was pretty good. Mm-hmm. It's not like I had low expectations. I was just like, hey, this is going to be a funny game.
Yeah, and we've definitely seen clips and stuff on like Instagram and TikTok or whatever that are fucking hilarious.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So we were just like, let's play this fucking game.
So, quick gist of the story. Again, add on or let me know if I missed anything. But you start the game... I'm gonna kind of just skip the beginning part, but you start the game. Obviously, you're on Earth. You and your sister are going out to get like party supplies for some party because your parents are out. You go outside. Freaking aliens have invaded Earth, and you see this alien die. So you start moving. You're sneaking around. You find this gun on the ground. This gun starts talking to you, and he's like, "Hey, your planet is being invaded by aliens. You need to get the hell out of here." So he kind of walks you through part of the tutorial. You end up warping your house to like an alien planet. And the gun's kind of talking you through like, hey, we need to find this bounty hunter. He's the one who can help us find like who's in charge. You know, he's going to help us to help save your planet pretty much.
Yeah.
So you find this bounty hunter, and he's pretty much telling you like, hey, this guy's in charge of who invaded Earth. But to get to him, we need to kill his like right-hand men. So you become a bounty hunter, and you track down these people to eventually get to the leader,
Yeah.
who is the one in charge of like taking over Earth.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, is that a good gist?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
pretty
the
much
story in general.
That's pretty much the story.
Obviously, skipping a lot, but like that's like,
yeah. That's a very, very summarized edition of the story.
Very big. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of get that out of the way.
Yeah.
So I guess we could start with design, like the graphics, how the game looked.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm pass the ball to you.
So we played this on PC. You know,
Mhm.
we both have pretty beefy PCs. This game would not be an issue running on either of them.
Yeah, not too demanding.
Yeah, and we obviously we maxed everything out, all the graphics and whatnot. But the game looks incredible. What kind of game would you compare this to, or like what like graphic style wise? Because it's honestly like pretty unique, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that comes to mind. I'm sure there's games out there, but just with the games that I've seen and played, I don't know if there's anything I can really compare it to. Like, obviously, FPS, first-person shooter, a little cartoony. It's not going for, like, super realism. Pretty stylized. But yeah, no, I mean, like, the environments are pretty... The environments are, like, pretty realistic looking.
Yes.
You know? But when it comes to like the characters, the aliens, the guns, the effects, it's pretty cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
But like the reflections are good, the lighting's good.
The water looks good. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess there's not really water, but it's usually like sludge or something like that.
Like, I hate to just use the word good. You know, hey, this looks good. This all looked good. I don't know if I would say, like, the graphics are incredible.
Of course not.
You know,
I mean, you can't
I
compare
think
this
of,
to
like
God of War. Yeah, you
when
cannot
I'm
compare.
like, those graphics are incredible.
But for the art style, like, this is probably as close to as good as it gets.
I feel like it's past par. Like, it's not like, the graphics are just par. Like, it's past par. Like, it's a good-looking game. I just don't know if I'd say incredible. But yeah, no, like, the... like, the bosses, they all, like, have very unique, different looks. It's not like, hey, this looks like an alien. Hey, this alien looks similar, just has horns. This one looks similar, just has different ears. Like, they all look very, distinguishable and different.
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like the design of, like, the aliens and the bosses and, like, the enemy types, it's all very different. And, I don't know, they do look really good. Yeah. They do look really good.
Honestly, the worst part of the game is probably the humans. Like, style-wise, like, those were the only thing that were kind of, like, off.
I wonder if that was done on purpose, you know?
Probably.
Like, because the aliens, again, and the bosses are just so, like, interesting looking.
Yes.
I will say, the aliens, like the NPC aliens, a lot of them look similar. They're just different heights, different colors, maybe 3 eyes, 4 eyes.
Yeah, like the 3D
one
Homer.
eye. Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So, they look very similar, but... I don't know. I don't mind it. Like, that didn't bother me one bit.
Not at all.
But yes, the humans, they're like, most of them are like fat. They have the same face, just like different hair.
Well, I mean,
they
even
say a lot of the
like
same stuff.
Even Lizzie, like, she just kind of looked weird.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, I just
compared to like Jean,
I could see it like maybe done purposefully.
Of
like,
course.
Hey, let's make this game really interesting and hilarious, but let's make the humans just boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I could see that.
Mm-hmm. Or like the humans, like when you go to the, like where you're saving the humans or whatever.
Yeah.
They're all just like copies of each other. And
yeah. So you eventually get to a point where you're able to, like, if you find these humans, you can save them. And when you like warp them to this area, you can go in there yourself and just kind of visit them and just see what dialogue they have. And it was funny because I got to a point where I was like, man, the humans suck. Like, I get
They
it.
do.
Like, let's fucking kill these guys off.
Just join the genocide.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, aliens, G3 cartel, sign me up. So yeah, going back to the story.
Yeah.
So again, it was very vague the way I explained it, but the leader is the so this gang of aliens that are like deciding to like take over Earth, and they're taking over Earth because they're using the humans to pretty much get high off of. I guess the humans have something inside of them that these aliens can absorb to like get like a high from.
Yeah.
So that's why the G3 cartel, they're the ones in charge, are taking over these planets. I don't know if they're taking over planets, but we just know they're definitely taking over Earth for human consumption to get high off of.
They're like raiders, I guess. They raid planets.
Space pirates.
Yeah. And like the moplets, for instance, they're like these little cute bears.
You know what they look like?
They take them and they enslave them to mine drugs.
They look like, they're called moplets?
Yeah.
And they're the ones that they also get high off of, right?
No. Those are like the little bear things.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of.
No. The moplets are like the little
like Care Bear looking things.
Yeah,
okay.
But what were you gonna say? Like a Karibo or something?
Well, I was gonna say there's also these creatures that that the aliens kind of get high off of, but I guess the humans are like, fucking. I was trying to think of like some drug that's like gives you a really big high or something. I was trying to think of the what's that, like 10 to 15 minute high one? That,
DMT?
DMT.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Probably.
Maybe it's like the DMT of drugs, or I don't know. But there's these other little creatures that, these aliens are getting high off of that I guess just aren't doing it anymore, so they need to seek out something else. But I was going to say, they look like the little mascots for honeycombs. Remember the honeycomb
shit, you're
cereal?
Right.
They look just like that little guy, that little fur ball.
You're so right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good comparison.
Mm-hmm. Going back to the story. So G3, they're running things. Garmantuous, he's the leader.
Yeah.
So he is the leader. He is the one that you see in the very beginning kind of killing a guy. And the guy that he killed is the one who dropped Kenny. That's your first gun. So he's a Gatlian. So the guns are called Gatlians. They're from Gatlin. They have their own... Gatless. So they have their own planet, and I guess that planet is just full of these weapons that can talk. So Kenny's the first one that you meet, and he's the one kind of that you have for the first few hours. He's talking you through like, hey man, we got to get out of here. These guys are going to take your planet.
Yeah, so he's kind of like leading you through this whole escapade to like save the world, save the human race, I suppose. Because Garmantuous is fucking trying to pretty much not really exterminate, but use the humans as a drug. And also Garmantuous is like imagine like Jabba the Hutt, but as a penis.
He has Jabba the Hutt.
His arms are like
but
two
his limbs
dicks.
are like giant, kind of dicks.
It's
yeah,
very strange creation.
And that's what he uses. He like uses his hands to like suck up the humans, so all you see is their head, and he's just kind of like absorbing them, getting high. Pure pleasure.
Yeah, absorbing
Nirvana.
their life force.
Yeah. So for whatever reason, I guess you pretty much find out the reason, but Kenny decides to help you out. So you're going through the game. You're looking for... When you get to Blib City, so that's the alien that Blim City, that's the planet that you warp your house to. You're searching out for Gene, what's his last name?
Zaruthian, Gene Zaruthian.
Gene Zaruthian, so he's this famous bounty hunter.
Yeah.
And you find him, and he's aged. He's
aged, and he's sleeping on a bench because he's homeless.
He's homeless.
In Blum City.
He's not the bounty hunter that Kenny believed him to be, or at least not anymore.
Yeah.
So Gene's kind of talking you through like, hey, man, if you give me your house, I'll tell you where my equipment is. Like, you can have my equipment.
Yeah.
So you pretty much trade your house for the equipment. He is now like living on your couch. And so yeah, you kind of take on the role of this bounty hunter. And he's like, hey, if you want to get to Garmantuous, you have to take out these people who are kind of helping him in this invasion, like his right-hand men.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like, was it like 6 or 7 different, like,
somewhere around there,
major bounty
I want to
hunts?
say maybe 7 with Garmantuous.
So, okay, so like 6.
I want to say, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so those are like your boss fights. So those are the main chunks of the game. So there's side stuff you can like kind of do, but the main chunks of the game are doing these bounties.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, each bounty kind of takes you to a different environment that you're able to go through, and you'll meet NPCs that you can do like little side quests for, a lot of things to collect. But when you get to the end of it, it's usually like a really cool boss fight.
Yeah.
And then you turn in the bounty and then go to the next or explore. You know, there's some freedom to the game, I'd say.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
plenty, because you can, once you visit an area, you can always go back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you eventually, after maybe like the first level, you get this. It's like a teleporter.
Mm-hmm.
Gene puts it in your house, and you can just go back to it. And that's how you select your bounties and all that. And the bounties are obviously the boss fights.
Mm-hmm. What was the best part for me? Because again, this game is kind of built around like humor.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a hilarious game. So like in between these bounties, it's so fun to like just interact with all the NPCs that you can, because they all have just like the most random shit to say.
Yeah.
So for example, you go to a pawn shop, because a pawn shop is where you buy upgrades for like your suit, your guns, and there's just like some random things in there. And that's where you buy the drum, right?
Yep.
So you buy a drum and you're like, what the fuck do I use this drum for? But you eventually run into an NPC in Blim City where it's this like alien, and he's like speaking to you, but you can't stand him because all he sounds like is just like farts.
Yeah.
But there's a guy beside him, and he's like, oh, well, I've been hanging out with him long enough that I kind of know what he's saying. He just wants a drum. He just wants to play some music. So you're able to give him this drum. So he starts...
Globo's his name.
Globo?
Yeah.
Globos is his name. So you give this drum to Globo, and he starts just fucking jamming. So you're like, okay, cool. So you go do a bounty. You come back. Globo's still jamming, but now he has a crowd around
He's got
him.
an audience.
So you're like, okay, cool. You know, you talk to him. Oh, man, Globo's so thankful. This is all he's wanted in his life. You go do some more bounties. You come back. It's now changed. Globo's gone. It's like, oh, wow. Well, Globo signed to this record deal, and he now has, like, a part on this show, and he's, like, made it big. So it's kind of cool because there's, like, a lot of items like that you can buy, and you're like, oh, man, I can't wait to figure out what NPC to give this to, and you know, because it opens up more dialogue and more scenes, and I don't know, I just like stuff like that.
And then after like the next mission, you come back and you see him on TV, and he's got like his own music video and shit.
Dude, yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. So like, it gives you incentive to like not just play the story. Like you want to seek out all these NPCs. You want to find these like weird items you can buy.
Yeah, no, that's a really fun part. Honestly, probably my favorite part is just talking to the NPCs.
Yeah, no, seriously, because they just have the fucking craziest shit to
like
say.
at the beginning, for instance, you're talking to Gene right after he moves into the house. He's
Yes.
like, I gotta take a shit really bad, but I don't like getting up to take a shit, so I'm gonna shit on the couch.
Dude, I remember when we seen that, we had died laughing.
Yeah.
Another one of my favorite parts of the game, and it's very early on, it's when you're going to like the slum area. So this is like one of the first areas, and you're because you have your first bounty in this first was it Torg 9 Torg?
9 Torg.
So that's like your first like major boss. And this person is located in the slums. So to get to the slums, I don't know what they're called. I just called them gatekeepers.
I think it's just like red and blue or something. But yeah,
So-
it's the gatekeepers.
So the entrance to the slums is guarded by like these like little like worm, almost look like earthworms from Pokemon. And there you go. There's your Pokemon reference of the episode. So yeah, it's like a blue one and a red one, and each has their own corresponding gate or entrance. I say gate, but it's just like a little entrance. And you know, one of them is like kind of cocky and has this like deeper voice. He's kind of annoying. And then the other one has like self-esteem issues, and they're talking back and forth like which one's hotter, more attractive.
And then they ask you like, "Hey, am I hotter than this idiot?"
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm more hotter. I'm more hot.
What do you think, bounty hunter?
So depending on the option you choose, you get like certain dialogue. So we chose the one who was obviously, had some like self-esteem issues.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on, the one that you didn't choose is just fucking pissed at you.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, fuck you.
And
I'm much more attractive than this guy.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And this is an entrance that you have to use constantly throughout the game. So every time you walk by, the one that you compliment's like, "Oh, hey, it's nice to see you again. Thank you for the compliment that you gave me last time." And then what's the other guy say?
He's just like, because sometimes I like forget. And like when you walk through, all you hear is, "Hey, fuck you! I didn't forget."
Piss face.
And the other one's like, "Oh man, this has really helped my self-esteem. I can feel it already." It's just shit like that is scattered throughout the entire game.
Yeah,
and it is just hilarious. Shortly, when you get past that, you're on your way to the slums past the gate, and you find that little kid.
Yeah,
or what you think is a little kid. It's just this like short little yellow alien.
Yeah,
and you literally can't pass him. Yeah. Every time you try to pass, he just pushes you, and he's like, "Hey, you're a piece of meat," or doesn't he call you a piece of meat?
Yeah,
or some shit like that. He's like, "You wouldn't shoot a kid. You're just a little piece of meat. Go ahead, shoot me.
Yeah, and this is like 5 minutes of dialogue. Him just talking the most shit ever.
Oh, that's another thing. When you just like, this is really random, but like with Dark Souls, when you talk to NPCs, you have to exhaust the dialogue.
Yeah.
Dude, make sure you exhaust all the dialogue for everyone you talk to.
Yeah. It's so fun.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes of him pushing you. And, you've got your gun, you've got Kenny pointed at him because Kenny can, like, control whether you're able to shoot NPCs or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you just try to shoot a random NPC in Blim City, he's like, "Hey, man, we're not killing this guy."
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you?
What the fuck is wrong with you, man? So this entire time, he's like, "I'm not going to shoot this kid. I'm not going to shoot this kid." And you pretty much have no choice. And he's just pushing you. "You piece of meat. You're not going to shoot me. You're not going to shoot me.
You going to hit a kid? You going to shoot a kid?"
So you eventually eventually pull the trigger, and he's like, "Ah, you killed me. I'm dead."
And then you walk past a little farther and you find his mom. She's like, "Oh no, Toddy's dead," or whatever his fucking name is.
"You killed my kid."
She's like, "Oh no, I care a little, but not that much."
"He's actually 30 years old, so don't feel that bad. He's not really a kid. But I've been telling him that you can't just go pushing people, calling them pieces of meat. Someone's going to kill you eventually. And here you are. It was you. You killed him. I'm sad, but not that sad. But still, I'm sad. All right, leave me to mourn." Just shit like that. It's
so good.
Oh, man. I don't know, like, what that type of, like, humor is called, but it is, like, the epitome of what makes me LOL.
Yeah. There's another part, like, towards the end of the game, where you go through this area in like a G3 cartel base, and they're suiting up the aliens with the Gatlians.
Dude, that was like 10 to 15 minutes.
It was literally at least 10 minutes of just straight dialogue of this one alien talking.
So,
because you're like behind a glass.
I'm gonna preface by saying most of like the G3 cartel members that you're killing are like the exact same looking aliens, like kind of a taller yellow alien, and the Gatlian, they all have the same Gatlian, and it's like attached to their arm.
Yeah, it's like surgically attached.
So you're pretty much, you find where they, I guess, attach it to you. So again, they can't see you, but you're on the other side of this glass, and this guy's laying down, getting this Gatlian attached to him while there's a bunch of like G3 cartel members around. I just wanted to set the scene.
So you go in this room, and then you just hear this alien start talking, and he's like talking to like these supervising aliens, and there's like a big old metal machine like with these like fucking
like prongs and stuff?
Like prongs,
like
like prodders, yeah. And they're like above him, and he's about to get surgery. He's like, "Hi, can you like put me to sleep, or is this gonna hurt that bad? I'm born to do this, but I don't really know if I want to." should I be here? Yeah, actually, I changed my mind. Let's do it. Actually, I don't know if I want to.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
It
Full
just
send.
keeps going and going and going and going and going. And it gets so funny. Fuck, what does he lead into, like, towards the end? He's like, oh yeah. He's like 5 minutes of dialogue in. He's like, there's probably somebody on the other side of the glass. You might want to get it over with. They're probably going to come kill us.
Yeah, I really hope there's no one on the other side just kind of like listening to me, just waiting, and is going to kill me after this really painful surgery. I guess I'll just keep stalling and talking in case there is someone on the other side that's just going to kill me. Let's see, what can I say? Okay, I'm just going to leave it to fate. I'm just going to stop talking.
He's like, I'm out of dialogue now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Yes. It's just so funny how it like that's not the best example, but throughout the game it does like break the fourth wall.
There's so many instances.
Yeah.
Like the one that we actually never seen, that we've seen online through like Instagram videos and stuff, is like you pause the game. And then after like an extended period of time, if you unpause it, your gun Kenny starts talking to you. He's like, "Why the fuck did you pause the game, you dumbass? We got shit to do," or something like that.
Dude, there's a lot of dialogue that I've seen in like TikTok videos that we have not come across. Like I remember Colton was sending me a snap of Kenny like referencing like video games, like actual video games. Like he was talking about like Final Fantasy at one point and like RPGs, and I'm like, damn, where was that at? Like we missed it. So with that being said, there's like a ton of replayability.
Yeah.
Just to make sure you're able to like, find all those moments, because those are the best moments. It's so good.
The one moment, there was like an alien sitting at a bar or something. He was like, "Yeah, I just ordered the Oreo drink. I love Oreos so much." And he's like, "Not that I'm sponsored by Oreos or anything. It would actually be illegal to say that without this dialogue."
Yeah. Dude, shit like that is just so brilliant. So
seriously.
Brilliant. Shit. All right. I'm trying to think how do we go back into it? All right. So,
well, we can describe the Gatlians if you want to. So you get 5 throughout the game.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Again,
your main weapons, well, technically, I guess, 5 Gatlians, and then you also get a knife.
Yes, knife.
Which is like your second weapon.
Yeah. So your, melee. Most first-person shooters have some type of melee. So knifey is your melee weapon.
So after the first boss, the first cartel leader, you grab this knife from them. And his name's Knifey. He's got an Australian accent. He's so fucking vulgar. It's stupid. He's like, "Let me fucking gut him. Let me out. Let me out of here."
Yeah.
"Oh, you're taking me back to Gene? Oh, I want to gut the fuck out of that fucker."
Very like brutal and gruesome.
But Knifey's cool. Honestly, I wish he had more dialogue, because throughout the game, you don't really hear anything until you're like cutting somebody.
Yeah. Like those like main moments where it's like, all right, I'm about to cut into a boss for the bounty.
Yeah, so there's maybe like, I don't know, around 10 times where
it's
you
almost like they like forgot about him.
Kind of.
Because in the beginning, he has a decent amount of dialogue.
Yeah.
But like after the first 2 bosses, it's just like you don't really hear him too much anymore.
Yeah, I agree. But he is super OP. Like when you fucking get a knife stab on somebody, it's usually a one-hit kill unless it's like one of the big bosses. And he doubles as a grappling hook that you can use to
very cool mechanic.
Scale things.
Yeah, very cool mechanic.
Like there's these like bees. You'll see like these hornets like chilling in the sky, and you can grapple on those and kind of swing to places.
Which is a very big mechanic in
very
the game.
big,
like you have to have it to like platform and stuff. And real quick with these like the bosses, the G3 cartel that you kill, for each one that you kill, pretty much that's how you get your new Gatlians.
Yeah.
So because each one has like their own. So like the first one, you get Knifey, correct?
Yep.
And the second one that leads us into my favorite Gatlian is when you get Gus.
Gus is so cool.
And Gus is very awesome. So I want to say he's voiced by JB Smooth. I think that's that guy's name.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so he's voiced, I'm just going to go with it. He's voiced by JB Smooth. And the guns like personality is like he's pretty outgoing, very positive, nice. But he also just will flip the switch and have some like really hilarious shit to say.
Yeah.
But I liked
He's
Gus a
always
lot.
the gun that's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. So he's kind of like the shotgun, pretty much.
Yeah.
So he's the shotgun, and each Gatling has like different shooting modes, I guess you can say. Like there's more than just your standard shot. So whereas Kenny has just like your normal like pistol, he can also shoot the glob shot.
Yeah.
And that allows you to like spring. How would you explain what that does?
So glob shot is like a big ball of just goo that comes out. And if it hits an enemy, it'll spring them up in the air pretty much.
Yeah.
And
Allows
then when
you
you
to
shoot
juggle
them
them.
after them, you're juggling them.
Yeah.
And it does a lot of damage when they're in the air.
So it allows you to juggle them, and it's also useful for platforming.
Yes.
Because there are some instances where you have these platforms that you have to get them to move.
Yeah.
And shooting one side of it will get it to move, which will then allow you to then jump onto it or jump off, whatever it may be, whatever you need it for.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And then going back to Gus, so he's a shotgun, but he's also able to like suck enemies into you, which allows you to get an easy shot off. And he shoots discs, which I think is really cool because these discs like ricochet off walls and off enemies.
Yeah.
So if you have like a spawn of just like these 10, little grunt enemies, and you just shoot a disc, you're just gonna see it just fucking bouncing off each other. It's very satisfying.
There's also walls that you have to put the discs into in order to scale them. So
Which is so cool. Like, I'm just gonna hit this real quick, but again, first impression, I had heard that like the platforming wasn't that great. Like it was good, but like passable, but like not great. I thought the platforming was awesome.
I thought this was one of the most fun, well thought out, and just very, very smooth platforming in a game
I
ever.
loved it. Like I thought it was a great experience. Like every Gatlian pretty much had a way to platform and get through or go back to and get through like certain areas.
Yeah.
Almost like a Metroidvania aspect where like in the beginning you may see this chest. Oh, speaking of chests, that's another thing that Knifey allows you to do to break open chests. So in the beginning, you may see this container that you can evidently see there's a chest in, but it's blocked by this like little like force shield thing. And you're like, oh man, how the hell do I get in here? Well, later you find out there's a Gatlian that allows you to shoot these little fucking alien things into there to break off the electricity to then let you pass through that little force shield.
Right.
So I don't know, just really cool.
Yeah, no, I don't. Whoever the fuck said that, I don't know what they're playing. That's got better mechanics.
Yeah. Again, it's not like the reviews I've heard were like, hey, this platforming is trash. It's just, it was like, yeah, the platform is passable. Like, it's okay. It's pretty good. Whereas I thought it was great.
Yeah. It was
like, I thought it was
very
awesome.
good.
Like, it was very fun. But yeah, you have Gus. Then I want to say the next one.
You didn't explain what Gus does. You said the discs, but he's also got a vacuum.
No, I said that he sucks
did you?
up. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Because it allows you to get that like one shot off.
And you
especially the easy
there's like
enemies.
these drone enemies that you just suck them in and just shotgun them, and it's very easy.
Yeah, there's so many like platforming elements. Like that's like a whole other thing if you want to super jump. That
exactly.
I'm sure a lot of people probably don't even know about.
Yeah, you just suck the drone in, hit it with your knife, and it'll blow up, and then you fucking just skyrocket into the air.
And another thing that's really interesting because you got Kenny, Gus, Sweezy, Creature, and Let's Do It. But Let's Do It's literally like the last mission. So you have 5 Gatlians in total. And what's cool is when you go through like all this dialogue with NPCs, like depending on the gun you're holding, they all have a different reaction to what this person had said.
Yeah, because I always like to switch to Gus because his perspective was always the best in my opinion.
Yeah, it's very
Kenny
like,
got
fair.
kind of annoying towards the end just because he was like, at first he's like happy-go-lucky, and then he's got like all that anxiety. He's like, I don't know, man. I don't think we should be doing this.
Yeah.
And then there's fucking Creature. You know, he's just fucking wild. Sweezy was cool. She kind of had like the knifey personality nearly. Just the female version, female counterpart. And obviously Let's Do It was just like, let's do it.
Let's do it.
That's all he said.
Yeah. So yeah, Let's Do It is just like this incredibly OP gun that you get pretty much for like the last
It's
mission.
literally God mode.
Yeah. For the last mission and like the last fight.
Mm-hmm.
And that's literally all he says is, let's do it.
Yeah.
Because he's a Gatlian, and apparently he wasn't like that, but you find him like in terrible shape.
Yeah.
So Gene works on him, and he gets him to...
He like jerry rigs him.
Yeah, he jerry rigs him to where he's now alive, but like, you know, his brain isn't all the way there. So that's like all he's able to say, but he's just strong as fuck.
Yeah.
So
he
but
like
he's still
loses
really
his
cool.
ability to speak, basically.
It would be cool if... I wonder if they... Well, yeah, they do, because you're able to... Once you beat the game, you're able to keep playing. Not that there's, like, bounties, but it would be cool to return and just go through, you know, some of the environments with less doing, just see how fucking...
Very true.
OP he is. So, yeah, you have Kenny. You have Gus. You eventually get, I think you get Sweezy.
Yep,
next.
I believe she's the next
So
one.
Sweezy is pretty much like the Needler.
The Needler
If you played
from Halo.
Yeah, she's pretty much like the Needler. You shoot these needles, and once there's like enough in them, the enemy, they explode. And there's also like mods you can add.
Yes.
Oh, that's another thing. There's mods to every gun.
Yep.
A lot of them are really cool. So for example, Sweezy allows you, once you shoot any amount of needles or whatever, I guess we're just going to call them needles, these little shards into enemies.
They're like
once
crystals.
once you literally like the needles off of Halo. So once you shoot any amount into an enemy, there's a mod that when you reload, they explode. So I thought that was really cool. I think that was like the main one that we used.
And the upgrades on that shit makes her shoot so fast.
Oh, dude. Sweezy was probably... The Gus was my favorite gun, but just like damage and overall to use, Sweezy was my favorite. But like she does that. She has like almost like a sniper mode where you can like have these like high precision shots that do a lot of damage.
Yeah, you could charge it.
She's also able to like slow things down with like this time.
I didn't use that enough,
warp,
but it was very good.
But again, that's something you have to use for some of the platforming.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you eventually come to these areas where, again, there's a chest there, but there's this, this giant fan, and every time you try to go through, it's just too fast, and you take damage.
Yeah, so you have to slow down the propellers with Sweezy's like alternate ability,
which again is just really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah. You have Sweezy, and then you eventually get to Creature, who I would probably say was Creature your favorite?
Creature was my favorite.
Creature was cool. I will say Creature was pretty much like the cliche. He's like a big teddy bear, you know, like he's like the biggest gun. But he's like not all the way there.
Yeah,
but he's just nice. He's just so nice. He's there for the team. He's like, hey man, y'all are family. I love y'all more than anything.
Yeah. And he was basically an asshole, like literally, like that's what he looked like.
Oh, I thought you were saying he was like
you
an
put
asshole.
You put your fist into him,
to
control him, and you shoot kids out of him.
That is
so
funny.
He's like a dick and an asshole at the same time.
Where like the other Gatlians all just kind of look like your take on classic guns, like Creature's not that. You literally shove your arm into his fucking asshole or something.
He's got little
just
kids
a fucking
popping
blob. Out. He's like I guess like again, if you have Sweezy being like the Needler, Gus is the shotgun, Kenny is the pistol, Creature would be like your grenade launcher.
Yeah, essentially,
yeah, just like a much faster infinite grenade launcher.
Yeah,
and that's another thing.
Yeah,
like,
talk about that.
Ammo is infinite.
Yes,
because it's like these creatures kind of make whatever you're shooting out, so that's kind of cool.
Creature would always be like, "Oh no, my kid, that was my favorite one." He's like, "Oh, it's all right. They don't last that long anyway." But yeah, you shoot these creatures out. Well, you shoot the kids out of Creature, and they basically attack enemies. And I think you can get out like 6 at a time, reload, and get it out another 6 or something like that.
I think it can also be upgraded. And there's mods for these creatures and stuff.
But you shoot these kids out, and they just fucking run up to the aliens that you're attacking, and they just beat them up and grab onto them, and they're really OP. Like, they take these suckers down.
I would say Creature probably has, like, the most layer of strategy when it comes to the gunplay. would you say?
I'd say so, because his alternate ability,
Mm-hmm.
it shoots out a special kid, which controls the enemy to where they're fighting for you. So they're shooting, when you shoot this kid out and it attaches to an alien, they're shooting other aliens to help you.
Like mind control.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you can do that, have like one of these huge G3 cartel members on your team for a little while you're taking out these other guys.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a mod that we used, really cool. We weren't like playing on the hardest difficulty, so at no point was the game hard.
Right.
You know? But for me, at least, it wasn't like one of those games where I'm like, man, I want a challenge. You know?
No,
I wanted to play this game to have fun and just hear some funny shit.
Yeah, literally, I think we played this perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the mod was that for every like G3 member that these little baby aliens that creatures kills, they just like jump to you and give you health. They steal their health.
So it was basically infinite health.
Dude, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Creature was pretty OP.
Yeah.
Like Let's Do It is like OP God mode, but like Creature was pretty OP.
Yeah.
And again, I feel like the most strategic because you also had platforming elements with him as well, and his guns, the little creatures that he shoots. They would like sneak into like little vents and stuff and like take out the electricity for you to get through.
Yeah, like these
little
like
force
glass
fields
walls,
and stuff.
force fields. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot. That was really cool because there's a lot of shit like that we had seen. We're like, how the fuck do we get in here? There's got to be a way. There's got to be a switch or something.
Yeah.
Then you find out, oh, these kids can be used to turn the switch off.
So again, a lot of like, optional backtracking. It's not like you have to backtrack, but like,
well, the game kind of puts you in some places, but it's usually like upgraded enemies, upgraded mechanical shit, platforming. Like you're going to different areas within that area, so it's not like it's like last episode when I was talking about Hollow Knight. It's not like that. It's like a way better version. So this is like the backtracking. I don't care.
Oh,
like
you don't
this
mind?
is fun. Yeah.
Well, again, I feel like it's kind of like that optional. Like, hey, I don't have to come back for this chest that's like blocked off from this force field. But like I can, because each environment there's like a chest count. Like it lets you know how many chests are in this area. So like if you missed one, it's usually because like you either didn't have that like platform and mechanic, or you weren't able to get to it.
And the cool thing was the radar showed you where all the chests were, so it wasn't like a hassle. Like, oh fuck, how do I get to this?
It was a very
where are these chests?
Well thought out game.
Yes.
Yeah,
nothing was like that frustrating.
Like it didn't like this game could have been successful and just been straight up funny. And still would have been successful.
Yeah.
Like, like the gunplay could have been totally average, platforming totally average, and it just be as hilarious as it was, and probably people still would have loved and raved about it.
Yeah.
But I felt like they went the extra mile. Like it was that, but the combat was good. The gunplay was good. The platforming was great.
Yeah, no,
I thought it was an amazing game.
Yeah, easily. This game was so good.
Shoot.
So we've talked about...
We got the Gatlians.
Yeah, we talked about our first impressions, the story, the design, mechanics.
The movies.
Oh, yeah.
I just feel like real quick.
Yeah. So that's pretty funny. 'Cause, if we had more time to just like sit there and do it, there's 3 full-length movies that you can watch that if you go back to your house... Gene Zaruthian is just sitting on the couch with his no legs, shitting on the couch version of himself, just watching movies.
If he's not watching alien porn.
That's true, because he does like
technical porn.
Yeah.
Oh,
but yeah, I don't even know what the fucking movies are, but also, I know they're weird.
Gene loves hentai.
He does.
Yeah, no, actually, I think that's like a cultural thing. I think everyone, like most aliens, love hentai.
Because Lizzie was like talking shit about it.
Yeah.
She was like, please don't die. I don't want to tell everybody about your hentai addiction. And Gene like backed us up. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Everybody loves hentai.
I just thought that was funny. But yeah, no, it was so random, but they just added these like 3 to 4 just like terrible movies that you can watch.
Yeah, like one is like a fucking movie with Paul Walker in it about him like transforming into a dinosaur or some shit. At least that's what I kind of gathered from like the few minutes we watched
Yeah,
it.
something like that. But it was just like,
So
and it's funny
weird.
because every time we'd come back, it'd be on that same exact scene. I don't know how it works with like the scene.
Yeah.
I think if you like sit down on the couch, it will just play through the entire movie. But I guess there's something with when you come back, it like pops back at that scene that you left off. At or
It might
something. I
just
don't
be
know.
like certain parts of the game. Like you have to like go a certain amount through the game and it'll have like a new movie or something like that.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Because most of the time it was that.
And I'm sure there's probably a mechanic to change the movie. I assume.
Maybe, yeah.
Who knows?
But yeah, no, I just thought that was so random, but yet really cool.
Oh yeah.
That they just
Very
had, like,
cool.
again, they didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Just add these random ass movies.
Before I brought that up, were you going to go into something? Go into the shards and being able to unlock the warp areas.
Oh yeah. So
that was another one of my favorite parts about the game, and the most hilarious part in the entire game so far.
Yeah. So when you're playing the game, when you're fighting these enemies, they spawn these like battle stations pretty much wherever you're at, and when you defeat like the whole wave, you go over to the base and you can take these shards, and when you when you collect a certain amount of these shards, you go back to was it Flobo or something like that?
No, Flobo was
Flordo. No, Globo was that guy.
Oh, that's Globo.
What was
okay.
I don't know, something like that. But anyway, he's just like this alien that's got a chef's hat on, and he's selling food. And he's like, "Hey, bounty hunter, you want to buy some food? It's definitely not drugs or any other illegal substances."
Yeah.
So you get these discs, and you can bring them to these platforms in like certain levels, and it'll spawn like its own like mini level. And Chris and I, we only did 2 of them. One was a skate park, which was pretty cool. You go and there's like a bunch of teens there. It's like
They
these
throw that out
aliens
so much.
They're
We're
just like,
just
hey,
teens, being teens, doing teen stuff.
at the teen skate park.
It's pretty much.
Oh, by the way, I'm a teen.
It's pretty much your take on like Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah.
Because it's like a little mini game where it's like, all right, man, we're gonna give you a minute on the clock to do these tricks. You got to get this amount of points.
It was
get this prize.
42,069 points you had to get.
So unfortunately, you didn't like. It didn't go into like third person mode and you're like on a skateboard because that would have been sick. That would have been so sick. But you're just like jumping around, doing flips, shooting your gun, and each thing you do has a different like trick. You know,
Yeah,
name
like
for
a
the trick
stupid
you're doing.
name, like 420 leaf.
And they're just like, whoa, sick, man, that's so cool. We're teens watching you. That's awesome. So, that unlocks like a big chest. It gives you a bunch of pesos because that's what the currency is.
Yeah, the currency is pesos, of all things.
But, dude, you got to tell them about Cutieville.
Yeah, so that was the first one we did, the main one we went into unlock.
Well, that was the most expensive one, too, I think. So we were like, all right, this is going to be something sweet.
Oh, okay.
I think it was it was like 10 of them.
Yeah.
Cost 10 shards, but either way.
But yeah, that was the first one we did, and easily probably the best one because we didn't even do the other ones, unfortunately.
We can always go back.
Oh yeah, we
But
can
again,
always go back.
There's so much to do.
There is. So little cutie town.
Oh my god! All right, so it's Cutie Town. All right, sorry, I thought
Yeah.
it was like Cutieville, but yes.
Yeah, little
continue.
cutie town. It spawns this like little world, and you get greeted by this like little.
He's like the mayor, right?
I'm not. No, maybe he is. He might be, but he's just like this little cute alien, and he's hovering with some balloons. He's like, "Hi, welcome to Cutieville," and he's like, "We're a town of little 1-inch cuties, and we're come to welcome you."
He
Come
welcomes
on.
you in.
Yeah, he's like, "Come on, come check out our town." And you go in and you just start destroying everything just by walking.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh no, Cutie Steven, you killed Cutie Steven. He was my lover. Why?"
Oh no, you're so big. You're destroying everything. Why did I invite you in here?
"Oh no, not the hospital. We had a state-of-the-art medical program."
Everyone got treated for free. Oh no, you destroyed everything. Everybody is dead because of you. Why? You were so big. You should have known that you shouldn't have come in here. I know I invited you in, but you should have known better. You're bigger. You should have known. You've killed everyone. I'm sad. I'm like really depressed. Just take me out. Kill me, please.
I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna do it.
Dude, it was. It's if you don't plan on playing the game, just please at least just look up that clip on YouTube. It is hilarious.
It's
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But
definitely one of the best parts of the game.
And there was like, I don't know, there's like 6 to 7 total that you could eventually unlock. I'd like to go back and just get enough shards to eventually just unlock those and just see what they're about. Because if they're like that standard of funny or even close to that, like it's so worth doing.
Yeah, I agree. Because I don't even know what the other ones are.
I don't. Yeah, no, I have no clue. I haven't seen videos on those. I've just seen that little cutie town one.
Yeah.
And it killed me. And what's cool is we did it twice. You can kind of respawn that little town and do it again and again.
Apparently, I think I've seen something. If you don't enter the town, there's different dialogue.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be worth exhausting just to see what he says.
Yeah.
Gosh. Such a good game, man. Such a good game. Like, I don't know if I would say, like, obviously a 10 out of 10 is like a masterpiece. I don't know if I would say it's a masterpiece, but just for what like that game did and was trying to do, I just feel like it hit all the marks.
No, I agree. Like, what do you not like about the game?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't see anyone playing through it, even if it's like not your type of game. I don't see anyone not having like such a good time with it.
No, I agree. Like, I feel like anybody, maybe not a Christian.
Shame on me.
I mean, you're you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's very vulgar,
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna say a priest sit down and play this game, but like I feel like anybody can play this game and enjoy it.
Rick and Morty is not for kids.
Yes.
So it's the same thing. I mean, like Rick and Morty, South Park, Family Guy, like it's not really kid shows. So this isn't like a game for kids. But
and there's a lot of like sexual innuendo stuff in this game.
Oh yeah,
like a ton of it.
Oh dude,
yes. Go over that.
We have to talk about the brothers, the alien income guy,
the other
mac
brothers,
and cheese brothers. Oh dude, all right. So you eventually get to this world where it's almost like a desert.
It's Dregtown.
Dregtown. So yeah, that area. So right before you get into Dregtown.
And you know what Dregtown has?
What's that?
You know what it is.
Old Town? Oh, the piss guy.
No. Dregtown. All we got is sex and drugs. We have laptops too.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
that's Dregtown, so baby.
Funny. Oh, and there's this one guy that lets you into Dregtown or Old Town, and he's like called Wet something. But they're like, why do they call you Wet? Whatever. Let's just say Wet Steve. That's not his name.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, why do they call you Wet Steve? He's like, oh, I'm old. I piss myself. I'm actually pissing right now.
Yeah, you look down and it's literally just a pool of piss coming out.
Dude. Gosh, the game is just littered with just hilarious shit like that. But real quick, the fucking mac and cheese brothers.
Dude.
So this was like
so
really
funny.
random, but we had come across like they look like your like typical like construction workers, I think they were wearing like white shirts and like had these hard hats
construction
on,
hat with like the safety vest.
They're all just yellow and there's like 10 of them there. And they're like, hey, you can't come over here. We're working. And they're all just talking over each other. And fucking you have the option to actually kill him. Like Kenny's not stopping you. And you just fucking kill one. You're like, hey, you killed my brother. We're the mac and cheese brothers. And they're all still just
let's
fucking
do
talking
our best to let's do it. Let's improv this.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to shoot Steve. Oh no, you killed my brother Steve.
My brother Steve. You can't. We're working.
My brother
here.
Jackson's gonna get you.
Brothers. You can't. What are you doing?
Jordan, come over here real quick.
Why are you shooting?
No, come on.
Going to Dregtown. What are you shooting? What are you over here
But imagine
for?
that amplified, but like 5.
Yeah, sorry if that was really annoying. But there's like, they're just talking over each other,
and you get near them, and they'll push you back,
and they're showing like no fucking sympathy for the dead brother you just killed. They're like, hey, you killed him. What are you doing over here? Hey,
wait till Marty hears about this.
We're working. Dude, it was so fucking hilarious.
It's so good.
And there's another time where it's part of the story where you come across two of them again, and they're like, you're trying to get across, and they're like, hey, man, you can't come over here. We got to build the bridge. You got to build the bridge, but we'll build the bridge if you talk with our dad. We miss him. We just want to know he's okay.
We haven't seen him in so long.
Yeah. So literally 50 feet away is
Literally
their father in a fucking saloon.
Yeah.
And you go and talk to him, and they're like, hey, your kids just want to know if you're doing okay and if you love him. He's like, he pretty much doesn't care for him.
Yeah, he's like,
I don't care for those
I don't
fuckers.
give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
He's like, you know what? I'll talk to you if you fucking do this, do a battle for me.
Yeah, so you're fucking about to like duel some
Yeah.
fucking alien. You kill him and he still doesn't help you out.
He's like, you there, duel this guy. He's like, I don't want to.
I don't want to duel him. But he has no choice.
Yeah.
You fucking take him out. And even then he's like, I don't know why you did that. I was just making that shit up. You still did it. I don't give a fuck about them kids.
Yeah.
So you go back to him and you tell him that, like, hey, your dad does not care
Well, you
for
get the option. You get like either tell them that dad hates them or that
Yeah.
he loves them.
Which we were just being real with them.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh man, well I don't give a fuck about dad anyways, but you know what? No, fuck that. I still love him.
I love
still
him so
you,
much, Dad.
Even though
Oh.
you don't love us, I love you. And they start like
They
coming.
they start coming, literally coming from happiness for loving their father, even though he hates them. And
it spawns a
rainbow bridge, yeah.
to where you need to go. And just fucking chef's kiss.
And you
that's
just hear them
so-
like, oh God, Dad, Daddy, I love you so much.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, those are that's the Mac and Cheese Brothers.
Oh, we love the Mac and Cheese Brothers.
Seriously. Mac and Cheese Bros tattoos. It's coming.
Hell yeah.
So there's just like a bunch of colorful characters scattered throughout the games.
Yeah.
And another few you meet are these three brothers.
Which we never met the third one.
He's got to be somewhere, right?
He is. He's in the game.
So we met two of them. And the first one is this alien, and he's selling you alien cum.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, you want some alien cum? You find this alien cum. He's like, I don't know where you get this cum from, but once I run out, it takes a while to restock. If
And
you
he's
know
got
what
like
I mean.
the trench coat on and it
Yeah.
like opens it up. He's like, buy some alien cum.
Find this alien cum in all the galaxy. So you buy some alien cum. I can't even remember what it does.
It doesn't do anything.
Oh, it doesn't do anything?
No.
So, well, I say
Because
you
the
buy
caption
alien
on it
cum.
when you look at it in your inventory is like alien cum. You're gonna be holding onto this for a long time.
And I was expecting like he gives you this little fucking vial, but no, it's a fucking gallon.
It's like a
of
gallon
alien
of it.
cum. And he's like, yeah, well, my brother, he sells some stuff too, but our other brother, he's pretty much ashamed of us. He doesn't agree to what we do, and his other brother sells like goop, and it's just those furry characters we were telling you about. Like it's a giant one on top of a cage, and he just shits on you because you have to use that goop.
It's
to, like,
camouflage to blend in.
For the G3 cartel, you have to like blend in and like sneak into some points. But again, there's just so many characters like that scattered throughout the game that just really keep it fresh. Like
Yes.
at no point will you ever be bored playing this game.
Yeah.
I will firmly and confidently say that. At no point will
I
you
agree.
not be entertained. Like if you were bored at any point for whatever reason, just go talk to someone.
Yeah.
Seriously, just go talk to someone or fucking kill an enemy, because enemies are fucking wild too. Like the little grunt enemies, they'll just like randomly start like working on like there's a fucking battle going on and there's like 20 of them and they're all shooting you, going for cover. One will just pop out and just fucking start twerking. It's like, what the fuck? This is so random. Like, what are you
Dude,
doing?
it's so
you just
funny.
go over there with knife, you just fucking stab him in the eye, pull his eye
Yeah,
out.
because it's almost like a fucking uncircumcised dick, because he has like skin over his eye, and he's got like I guess he's kind of like a cyclops. He's got an eye on top of his head, and you just stick it with a knifey and pull his eye out. Yeah,
So good. Oh man. All right. Let's talk about real quick, because we mentioned the boss fights, and the boss fights I thought the boss fights were a lot of fun.
yes,
And it's neat because like each boss fight is different.
yeah,
So you have a boss fight where like they're jumping around everywhere, shooting you, and you have to eventually use knifey to swing on these things because like there's gas at the bottom. Whether that or there's like these two brothers that will like get on top of each other.
There's three of
Oh,
them.
there's three of them. There's
Yeah.
three of them. They'll kind of create this like
Super
boss fight,
Yeah.
but then you have to fight all three of them individually and then together, and then they're like jump in and you have to like jump over this shit. And then there's some enemies that almost have like, what are those games called? Like bullet hell, where you're just like dodging all the bullets, almost like a shoot 'em up.
Mhm.
There's like some 3D boss fights with that, where they're shooting a bunch of bullets at you and you have to kind of like dodge. And I don't know. I feel like there was a lot of variety with the boss fights.
There was like multiple ways to beat them. Like,
Dude,
you can go up on this platform. You can just swing across. You can just jump over their attacks. I mean, it's
Mhm.
literally up to you how you want to do it.
that is very true. Tell them about that. The second to last boss fight. The fucking trippy one.
What's his name? Nippleton or Nippleon?
Nipulon?
Nipulon, yeah.
Nepulon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one is so cool.
Dude.
Because you just
super
go to his
trippy.
office and he's like, oh, finally, the bounty hunter's here.
Mm-hmm.
So he initiates a boss fight and he just blows you with this fucking smog. And you just start hallucinating.
Mm-hmm.
And you go into this area and, oh man, how do you even explain this?
All right.
You're like in an area, like a camp, and you just see all these familiar characters known to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like in a little town, but there's also like a campfire and there's a bus, and you just go into it and it's either going to get smaller and it's infinite. You just keep going inside. Or you go on like the outside and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's literally an infinite fucking portal.
It's like a loop. So let's just say everything is normal size and there's like a tank and you got these characters, there's a table, a TV, and you can see all these things that are bigger on the outside, but you can also see all these same things that are smaller, almost like it's like a diorama, like a little toy set.
Yes.
And when you kind of go closer to the diorama toy set, you start to get smaller and these things start to get bigger. And it's an infinite loop of that. And it's the same when you go outside. You get bigger, these things get smaller until they're actually, the same size.
Yeah.
Normal size.
And I've
you can
never
just
seen anything like
continuously
this
do
in a
that.
video game.
It was so trippy, but so awesome.
It was awesome.
And the whole time, you've got like your guns talking to you, these familiar characters talking to you, just kind of questioning you, like, hey, are you doing the right thing? Like, are you sure you want to be doing this? Or do you really think you can save the world?
Yeah.
Mr. Bounty Hunter. But once you eventually get through that, you're then fucking like falling down, and then his head is just floating around
you're in
you.
like this like spatial like vortex, but it's also like trippy as fuck. All these vibrant colors,
and then he like multiplies himself, and he's
Yeah.
just twisting in front of you, and you have to find like the right colored one to actually do damage to him. And it's just that over and over again, but like the scene and the environments are different. And I don't know, it was just trippy overall, and just one of the coolest boss fights I've ever had to fight.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Definitely best boss fight in that game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
easily.
I would say Garmantuous was probably my second favorite.
Yeah, Garmantuous was fun.
And then the Three Brothers, that was a really cool one.
Three
watching
Brothers
you
were
play
cool.
that. I mean, they're all really good.
Yeah.
Like, none of them are like, this boss fight was kind of lame. No, they're all really good, but those are like the best.
The funniest one was probably Dr. Giblets. I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Because you just like walk into this room and he like slips and falls, breaks his glass, and he just dies.
Mm-hmm.
But then you go into his like room and he's like, his warning activation system comes up and he's like, oh, if you made it in here, that must mean I died. And I know who killed me because you're here. So.
Mm-hmm. So he's like playing for this.
Yeah. So if you get past the first one, he's like, oh, Ninetorg, it was you. I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got this thing set up for Ninetorg. There's a bunch of waves of enemies. And then if you make it past that, he's like, I knew it wasn't you, Ninetorg. It was actually one of the other bosses.
Douglas. You're mad because I slept with your wife.
Yeah. No, that was cool.
And then in the end, he's like, it must have been me.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
killed myself. I knew this day was coming.
Yeah.
I hate myself.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Just so... I feel like the way that I explain it just doesn't say enough about it.
No.
Like it's too like simplistic, but it's just so brilliant.
Yeah.
So brilliantly, the writing is phenomenal.
Yes.
I'll say that. The writing is just really good. Again, I feel like this game is just so like well thought out.
Yeah, they nailed all the dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Just every aspect of this game is nailed.
Yeah. I'm seriously trying to think of like
the one
where does
thing
this game kind of drop the ball, if anywhere.
The only thing is there's been a couple glitches we ran into.
Oh,
and only
yeah.
one that we had to restart from a checkpoint.
Yes. All right. So yes, the game, it's the tiniest bit of buggy.
Yeah,
we had to restart once, but there's some times where like the game will like freeze for like 10 seconds, and you're like, do I need to close the game? But no, it'll eventually kind of start back up.
The only one that
Little
kind of
things
gave
like
us
that.
an issue where we had to restart it was the Douglas boss fight. Like you killed him and he was just like glitching out, hovering in the air.
Oh, dude, the Douglas boss fight was cool though,
It was
because
cool.
remember, it's like a little squid you're helping throughout the entire level.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I need to return to my family.
Dr. Goopy.
Yes. He's like, I need
Or
to return
Joopy.
to my family. If you could just kind of get these valves to connect, and it's like a little puzzle.
He's like, I need to see my kids, but I don't really care about my wife that much. Yeah, I need to see Kenny, Lemmy, and Temmy.
yeah.
and then like a
it's
couple
Scoopy,
minutes later.
Loopy, and Boopy.
Yeah. And then
Gus is
Gus.
like, I think he's lying to you. I don't. He's coming up with different names every time. I don't trust this guy.
Yeah. And then you get the option to like kill him before the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious how that would turn out.
I feel like maybe it would have done damage to him. I feel like they
Maybe.
couldn't have just killed him and then
Yeah.
you get the bounty then and there.
You're right. Yeah, no, I agree.
But I don't know. It may have. But we gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Mhm.
We didn't kill him. And he's like, ha ha ha, you fool.
Yeah, because he's got this like cute little voice and his like
Yeah.
normal form. Because I guess he got like locked out of his office or something. So you're trying to help him back there
Right.
for where his suit's at. And he's just like this cute little squid octopus looking alien.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, please help me. I need to get in my office. Or, well, he's just trying to get to his family at that point.
Yeah.
And he's like, ha ha, fuckers.
You
It was
dumb
me all
fucks.
along.
So he crawls into his suit and then you got to fight him.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had that one glitch out a little bit. So we had to restart from the checkpoint at the beginning of the fight, but I didn't mind at all. I mean, the fights are so good. The fights are really good. But I don't know if there's anything else that I feel where the game kind of like dropped the ball or just like
No, I
wasn't
don't-
as
I don't
good
think
or
so.
it got slow. Like the game was never slow.
Yeah.
I guess it's as slow as you want it to be. I mean, we could have.
Yeah, you can go and explore and complete everything if you want to.
Yeah.
We did quite a bit of like the side stuff.
We were still trying to talk to everyone we
Yeah,
could.
we
you
did.
know?
And we were trying to still find all the chests that we could in that area. And
What do you think? We had like 10 to 12 hours?
yeah. Actually, I think I checked and it was like around 12 and a half, 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I would say you can get, like with getting everything, you could probably push it to like 30 to 40 hours maybe. Like
Mhm.
getting everything.
Yeah,
completing everything, exhausting all the dialogue,
Mhm.
finding all the shards, unlocking all like the little transportation areas.
Yeah, you unlock cards,
Watching all the movies.
collectibles.
Yeah, there's like
the
things you
movies.
can collect.
You unlock
the
the
forum.
forums.
So the forum is really interesting. I
Yeah.
wish we would have kind of explored it a little more.
Yeah.
But throughout the forum, there's challenges. There's challenges you can do. So it could be like, hey, knife 5 enemies or kill 30 enemies. Like it stacks, you know? Like you can unlock a bunch easy on, but you eventually get to a point where there's like harder things for more dialogue in the forums. Because these forums are like these like little alien like chat forums, and there's just like hilarious dialogue going on, and it'll eventually stop because you have to do these challenges to unlock more dialogue for these forums.
Yeah, go to see a post. TLDR. Too long, didn't read.
Yeah. So like there's just a bunch of stuff like that. Just again, all this stuff they didn't have to do and add in the game, but they did.
Yeah.
So over the top, man. Over the top. They outdid themselves.
Yeah, it was really fucking cool.
Is there anything else? I think that's everything I wanted to say.
Yeah, there was like a couple little fun mini games, like when you're helping Dr. Droopy or whatever it is. You know, you got to connect these pipes by shooting the goops at it.
Yeah, like
and
little
whatnot.
puzzles.
Like little puzzle. There's a fun mini game where you had to like sign these papers with the moplets. They like hire you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like
hit the right buttons to do it quickly.
And there's a really fun dialogue in there.
Oh, dude.
between like 3 moplets, and there's like 2 of them are dating, and then one of them that's dating is talking to the other coworker. He's like, "Oh man, let's go out. I like you again. Like we were married for like a day last week, but
yeah.
I kind of would get back together with you."
And they all look exactly the same.
Yeah.
They're like, man, you've got a really great ass.
Yeah.
It's like, do I? Thank you. Thank you.
So he walks over to his partner, his current partner. He's like, "I can't make it to dinner tonight. I'm breaking up with you." And then they kind of go off.
Yeah.
And then you go over to this one. She's like, "Oh no, what do I do? He broke up with me." And then she's like, "I'm going to kill myself." And then eventually towards the end of the dialogue, you pull the gun on her. And Kenny's like, "Oh, fuck, I forgot to turn off the safety. I was supposed to let you kill her."
Yeah. Oh, that shit was hilarious because she was going to kill herself, but she didn't make enough.
Yeah, she
to
like pulls a
afford
gun out
bullets.
for an instance and like puts it back. She's like, "I was going to kill myself."
Too bad I don't make enough to afford bullets. Oh, man.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
You also get a jetpack. I don't think we mentioned that.
Oh, yeah. That's just like another like little part that adds to like the platform where you have knifey for like where you can kind of sling back and forth. You have the guns that have each like little platform mechanic. You also get a jetpack that you eventually unlock and you can upgrade it, which you have to upgrade it all the way to reach certain chests. Yeah, no, the jetpack was really cool. There's like you're able to do really cool like slides. You know, things that just kind of enhance the combat.
Yeah,
and just the platforming in general.
Yeah, and then you'll get these boots that you can walk on metal walls with. It's like they're magnetic.
I think they're called mag boots, aren't they?
Mag boots, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I want to say that was it. Yeah. Oh, fuck,
say,
dude, we forgot about Pseudo.
Oh yeah, Pseudo. He was like the AI in your bounty suit. Oh, that's so funny. When you first get the bounty suit, you haven't activated it yet because he sold the subscription for it.
Oh, dude, I forgot about that part.
And you just get like a bunch of pop-ups and it's like alien porn advertisements and just like phishing clickware and shit. It's so funny.
And he'll pop up throughout the game with just like hilarious dialogue. There's a point where you have to go into like detective mode. So like Pseudo's wearing this like trench coat.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Pseudo.
Yeah, Pseudo was really awesome. Which, I mean, you'll see him if you stick around. We got a tier list for you.
That's true.
But I think, again, I've said everything I want to say on the game. So I'm ready to review.
Yeah. All right. So.
I'm going to make this easy. I think it was the most solid 9 I can give a game. Solid 9 out of 10.
I'm going to give it. I'll give it a 9 too. I can give that a 9.
Oh, yeah. Like, I guess you would then ask, well, what are you taking the point away for? I would think that, like, it is a short game. Like, we didn't say this, but this is a $60 game.
This is a $60 game.
We beat it in 10 to 12 hours.
Yeah.
Now, I felt like there was a lot of meat on the bones for those 10 to 12 hours.
Yes.
It wasn't, like, fucking wasted at all, and there's more we can do, but I still think it should have been, like, a $30 to $40 game.
I'm thinking maybe a 45,
Yeah.
and that's... Yeah, I agree with that. But there's so much work that went into this game.
Oh, I agree. It was a ton of work. Like, I didn't mind paying the $60. I'm just thinking for the hours I put in and the hours this game has, I think it should have been like a $30 to $40 game. But you're right. There was a lot of like love and work that went into this game. So again, I didn't mind.
But honestly, yeah, that's probably the only thing you could take a point away for is the price.
This should have came out on the PS5 as well. Because this came out with an Xbox and
That's
PC
so
exclusive.
weird.
Very weird. But I mean, you know,
could be timed. Maybe.
to be fair, you can say that for any PS5 exclusive. You know.
Yeah.
I just didn't know that. I was thinking this was going to come out on all consoles, all platforms, not Switch, obviously. But I just think that if there was another 10 hours of like story, it probably would have maybe solidified that masterpiece 10 out of 10 for me. And if it was cleaned up, you didn't have those bugs.
Yeah, I mean, a couple bugs. I can't take away anything like that.
But still, I think with that with more, story, it could have probably got a 10 out of 10 for me.
I agree.
But still, solid 9. Highly encouraged.
Yeah.
This is a game where,
Like, if you're, like, thinking about this game, just do it.
yeah,
Just get it.
do it. I mean, like, obviously, if there's a sale coming up or something like that, like,
Yes.
cool, wait for the sale. But I still think it's a game that, although I think it should be cheaper, I don't mind buying it at full price.
Right.
So definitely worth the money. Because again, it's one of those games where, like, we beat it, but I can see myself wanting to play through it next year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, hey, let's choose this guy when we go through the gate. Let's see what the dialogue for him is. Hey, I fucking love you, man. Thanks for that. The other worm's like, oh man, if I had arms, I'd kill myself. Like, it'd be a fun game to go through again and just fucking try more things, maybe collecting everything this time. So, with enough time, easily worth the money.
Yes.
You know.
That is agreed.
So yeah,
You can
solid
put a lot
9,
of hours into it.
Highly, highly suggest that if you're on the fence, please play it. If you've never even heard of it, please play it. If you definitely don't plan on playing this game, at least like YouTube some stuff.
Yeah.
YouTube Little Cutie Town. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
And the
YouTube,
Goop guys.
And
the Mac and Cheese Brothers.
Dude, YouTube, the Mac and Cheese Brothers, the Goop guys, and Little Cutie Town. And if that doesn't sell you on the game, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah. Very true.
But all right, we got a character tier list. All right, so again, we have all the characters, all the main characters, anyways, and we're gonna tier them up. Got a tier list for you. So it's kind of cool. All these, if you're not familiar with the game, you finally get to see a face put with all these names.
Mm-hmm. All right, so 9 Torque. We'll start with that.
All right, 9 Torg was the first bounty,
boss.
The first boss. Again, solid fight.
Not too much going on there.
Not very memorable.
So I'd say medium.
Yeah,
Give it a
I'd say
B.
medium. Yeah, I don't think any of these characters
We can
were
change
bad. Yeah, we may move
the
some
order.
later. Yeah, but I would say we start with B.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 Torg was a B.
Okay, now we got the alien.
All right, yeah, I remember seeing
Sorry,
him.
the ant alien.
Oh, yeah, that's an enemy. Oh,
An
just
enemy,
an enemy type.
yeah.
So, yeah, the ant enemy type.
Say as far as an enemy.
Well, that was the one where in the saloon, the mac and cheese
Yeah.
father, that was one of the characters he got you to like.
But just
duel
as far as like
with.
an enemy. Because I didn't pick out specific
I mean,
enemy
he's
characters.
okay. Yeah, he's okay. I would say C. C for right
See,
now.
I agree.
Yeah, because I don't really put him with 9 Torg.
This is Blordo, I believe.
Oh, so this
Blordo.
was that cool character that I'm thinking is voiced by what's that guy's name? Remember I brought it up, Taika Waititi or something.
Oh yeah. Plays Korg.
Yeah, because that's like the exact voice is like the Korg
That's
voice.
definitely him.
Is that his name though? Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure this character here is voiced by him.
But I liked him.
Yeah, no, he was
He has
cool.
funny dialogue.
He
He's
was the
like
one
trying
that-
to sell you illegal shit.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
was the
don't
one
tell
that's selling
anybody.
you food, and he has that the fucking discs that warp in the little villages, not villages, but the little areas.
I would
It was
say
pretty cool.
I'd say A.
Yeah, I'd say A. Yeah,
That's a
so he's
fair
highest for
assumption.
now.
So then we got the mayor.
The mayor of Blim City.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name, but like he pops up a few
I think
times.
it starts with a B.
I thought his sons were funnier than him.
I agree. Yeah.
his sons were hilarious. But yeah, I'd put him in the middle with Torg.
Really? I was gonna say C.
Actually, yeah, C's fine. C, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now we got Creature.
Creature.
Can this be on YouTube?
Creature is hilarious. He's a very nice guy. He's about like keeping there's a point in the game where there's some not trauma, but there's some issues between some of the
Right. That's true.
some of the guns.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, what are they called again? Galactians?
Gatlians.
Gatlians. Why did I blank on that? I said it literally like 20 times in the video.
You made me blank
Gatlians.
on it for a second.
I
was
know,
like, fuck.
Gatlians. So yeah, no, he's all about just like positive vibes, pretty much.
Yeah.
The big teddy bear. He's S.
I agree.
Easy
Easy S.
S. Yep.
So now we got Dr. Joopy. Well, Douglas. Not Douglas.
Oh.
Yeah, Dr.
That's Douglas though. That one's Douglas. It's kind of hard for
No,
me to
no,
see.
not this one. This is Dr. Joopy. But I think he It is Douglas. It is Douglas. Yeah.
That's Douglas?
Yes.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
because
I'm
it's
kinda
Dr.
looking through them
Jupy
real
when
quick.
he's the squid, but then it's Douglas once he's like in the armor.
I just can't see his head.
You can't? It's right there.
Oh, that's his. Oh, so it's not with like the helmet on?
Yeah. Without the helmet.
Oh, okay. I would say put him in A. I'm thinking A.
I'd say A.
Yeah, like he was solid.
Yeah. And now this is the one who kills himself. That's what the
that
fuck
was
his
the
name?
doctor. That was the doctor.
Well, Dr. Jupy is what he went by as the squid,
Oh,
but his
okay.
actual name's Douglas. But this is
Yes.
Dr.
Gibbles?
Giblets.
Giblets.
Giblets. Sorry.
Giblets. Dr. Giblets.
Yeah.
I feel like he was also A.
I'd
What
say
do you think? You thinking B?
Yeah, I'd say A because his
just-
dialogue through the fight was
him,
pretty fun.
Yeah, with him killing himself, like
Yes.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
The dialogue throughout the fight.
Yeah, he just slips and kills himself. On
that was just
accident.
a cool boss fight because it's just like waves of enemies and
Yeah.
he's just fucking floating there the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would say A.
Okay, cool. And now this next one, you can barely kind of see it, but that's the drone guys.
All right, the drone guys I like just because
They would just talk shit randomly, or it would just be like the most random dialogue ever.
they're so like high up in the sky you don't
Yeah.
see them, so you're just walking around this desert area.
And you just hear some
and
random
you hear
shit.
like, yeah, I think we're gonna have Taco Bell for dinner.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
And you're like, what was that?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? And it's coming from this drone. I'm like, what? So I like them. I would say A.
You would say A?
I would say A.
Okay. Okay, now we have Garmantuous.
All right. Garmantuous is B for me.
I'm thinking B or C.
Yeah.
Like, he
let's
was
just-
okay.
Yeah. I'm thinking, B for right now. Yeah.
Now, obviously, Gene, S
All right,
tier.
Gene S.
Fucking-
Easy S.
dude,
Gosh,
he's-
Gene is a great character.
He's so
and
cool.
he's got some depth too.
He does.
He's got some depth. Like
yeah,
he actually
he's got character development.
he almost becomes like a father figure in the
Yeah.
end, you know, because like your parents, other than like pictures around the house, like your parents don't show up through the game
Yeah,
throughout the game.
He gets there. He's like, yeah, your girlfriend over here, she's a real bitch.
That's my sister. That's my brother, you idiot.
Fucking Leslie.
And
My name's
then
Lizzie.
She eventually gets a boyfriend, and he's like, "Hey, you know, I didn't like you guys at first, but I'm kind of starting to care. We may need to check on her.
Yeah.
She's been out for a while." Oh yeah, Gene's fucking awesome.
So Globo, there's not like a lot going on with Globo. He's got a cool story.
Yeah.
He's got his own little storyline.
A.
I say A.
Globo's A.
That's a fair A.
yeah.
And we got the Goop brothers
The Goop brothers.
as a whole.
So yeah, one of them, you know, goops you up. One of them doesn't agree with his brothers, and the
Mhm.
other one famously, notoriously sells alien gum.
Yeah.
I like them.
S or A though.
That's what I'm saying. S or A.
Very memorable part of the game.
I'm thinking A though, man. I'm thinking A.
You know what? A, because he didn't sell me more cum.
Yeah, seriously.
I needed more cum.
I need at least 3 more gallons of alien gum.
Yeah. And these are the
The ones that jump at you, the little fucking mites.
nope. This is the one that buries underground. I'm saying D. Fuck these guys.
Yeah. I mean, they're not like hard. They're kind
They're
of
not hard. They're
annoying.
just annoying.
Yeah, because you got to wait for them to pop up.
Or you got to suck them up.
fuck them. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got the
That's
twerkers.
The twerkers.
Twerk grunt.
S.
S tier?
S.
You like
dude,
those?
dude, fuck yeah, they're awesome.
Okay, I like that. Gus.
Easy S.
Easy S tier.
Easy S.
The best gun.
Dude, Gus is fucking awesome.
Okay.
It's weird because, shame on me, but like, I'm not even a big like JB Smooth guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I kind of find his voice annoying.
Oh, yeah?
And because he's a comedian, I don't really find him that funny, but
That's fair.
him as Gus is just perfect.
Yeah.
I love Gus.
It's that writing, man.
Yeah,
Writing is
it's
fucking everything.
Yeah, he's written so well.
So these are the hunks. These are the
big
ones that get like
guys.
the big hammers and shit like that. They're not hammers, but a
C?
big gun.
C or B?
I'd say let's meet in the middle. I'll go B.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't gonna give him A, but yeah, let's.
You were
let's
going to
go-
give him A?
No, I wasn't gonna give him A.
Oh.
I said
yeah,
meet in the
no.
middle, but I
okay.
was like,
Yeah,
nah.
like they're cool. They're more of like the.
I'd say they're more fun just because they're more challenging.
they're more challenging. Yep, I agree.
These are the armored guys. You know what I'm talking about? They get like the mech suits, kind of.
Oh, okay. Okay.
A little tougher to fight.
Oh, are they the ones running at you?
Yes.
Okay. They were pretty fun too, just for the challenge, the extra challenge.
You say C, B.
I'm thinking B. I'll put them up there with the hunks.
Okay. And now these are the Jordans, the guys that controlled.
Oh, you have
the
to
other
kill
ones.
that little machine first.
You got to knife
shield.
it.
They have
You
the
got to
shield.
knife the shield, and then it detaches.
Okay. I mean,
I'm saying C.
They
There's
weren't
nothing
very memorable for me. Like, again, they added
pretty
a tiny
late
bit
game
challenge, but yeah, that is like mid to late game.
And we had the pawn shop owner. This guy's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's pretty funny because him and his son run the pawn shop, and they have some pretty funny dialogue. Although his son's dialogue gets exhausted quick.
It does.
And he just kind of says the same thing over and over. But he's a funny looking character.
B? C?
I'd say B.
Okay, Kenny. I'm going to go A, maybe.
I think
I don't think
Kenny-
he's S.
I really like Kenny, but I don't think he's on that same tier
He's
as
not.
Gus and Creature. No, so A.
A.
But he's definitely not a B.
The kid.
This is the kid that pushes you and calls you a piece of meat.
Yeah.
Gosh, he was hilarious. Shit, is he S?
I would give him S.
All right, he's S.
He's a good character.
Knifey.
Knifey, S. Easy S. Maybe let's drop him down a bit, just
I'm thinking
because
A. I feel like he's just as good as Kenny.
he's as good as
he's
Kenny.
good.
If he had more dialogue, probably easy A
Yes,
or S.
but
sorry.
I like Knifey.
Uh,
Let's kill him.
Krubus. I don't
So
think
this is your second boss.
This is the second boss. I don't think he's that memorable.
He's not. No, he's really not. I mean, the most memorable part of that level are those little Care Bear
Yeah.
guys, because that's that level where you have that really funny dialogue
Mm-hmm.
between them. Like that was the best part of it. But Krubus himself, like, wasn't really memorable.
I'm saying maybe C.
Yeah, I think C. Yeah, he was probably my least favorite boss fight.
Agreed.
But still, again, all the boss fights are good, but he's my least favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh, let's do it. So fucking OP. Is he S?
Is he S?
Because you
He's
literally
S
have
tier
him,
power, but you don't.
you have him for like an hour.
Yeah, you don't get him that long.
Unless you decide to play more of the game.
Yeah.
So I think if we play more of the game, he could probably work his way up to S.
Yeah.
But based off what we played and getting him towards the end, I think he's A. Or B. What
I'd
do
say
you
even
think?
B, just because
Yeah.
what
B is
makes
fair.
this
B is
game
fair,
is the
'cause
dialogue is so good.
You can't
And
put
it's
him with...
funny, yes.
Yeah, because look at A. You got Kenny, Knifey. Yeah, you can't put him with those
Yeah.
guys. So B. I think B is
I
very
think
fair.
B.
B on the verge of A, but
You know
still
what?
B.
I feel like Nine Tor's got to go down. What do you think?
You know what? Yeah, because it just wasn't super memorable. I
Yeah.
still think Nine Torg was better than Krubus,
I agree.
but
But can't be in the same tier as Let's Do It.
nah.
You know?
You're right. You're right.
All right. Little Cutie Town, S tier.
Oh, S tier, easy S.
Easy S.
Oh my gosh, easy S.
Okay. Lizzie. Lizzie grew on me. She was kind of annoying at first. But I'm not S tier. Not S tier.
I mean, I'm thinking not even close. I'm not thinking D. I'm thinking B.
B.
I think
I
middle
think
of the ground.
B is a good assessment.
At the beginning, a D, but as you play
Yeah.
through the game, she works
Her
way up to
dialogue gets
B.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
Mac and Cheese Brothers, S.
S. Easy S.
S.
The Mac and Cheese Brothers. Oh my gosh. Easy S.
And then you just have the regular unarmored grunts.
A for me.
That's
What
it.
do you think? A.
Yeah.
I like them. That one that's like, oh my gosh.
I chose this
scene
picture,
was
but
hilarious.
it's just the moplets as a whole. I love the moplets.
I like the moplets.
I'd say A.
All right, so real quick, you come across this moplet, and he's literally like fucking eaten in half, so it's only half his body, and he's like, oh.
Well,
I'm
it's funny
dying.
because one of the transporters fucking hits him, and he just gets mowed in half.
Oh, I missed that part. So he was
Yeah.
just fucking ran over, not eaten.
Yeah.
So he was ran over, half his body's there, and he's like, oh, I'm dying, I'm so scared. Oh, could you please just stay with me, I'm about to die. And then he dies, and
Yeah.
you're like, you're sitting there for a minute.
Yeah, he's
and
like,
then
all
you-
right, there's no response, there's no
and
pulse.
You walk away, and he's like, oh, where are you going?
Yeah. And you go back over, he's still dead, and he's like, Oh, you came back for me.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, that shit was hilarious. So are you thinking S or A? Because you love 'em.
Moplets as a whole, they had such good dialogue. I
thought
would
that-
say A.
Okay, yeah.
They're
thinking
not-
high A,
They're not in fucking S tier though.
not S
They're
tier.
no
A,
Mac
A
and Cheese
plus,
Brothers.
but no.
Yeah.
No
Okay, the
Mac and Cheese
mites.
Brothers.
Mites were annoying.
You know
easy
what?
to kill.
Real quick, now that I'm looking at the S tier, I think you got to take the twerk guy down.
I agree.
Like, I like them, but
I agree.
you can't put them up there with them. Mites, I think they're also going back down. Maybe
Let's
D
say
or C.
C.
Okay, C. I can, yeah.
Not as annoying as these,
Nah,
but
nah.
easy. Okay. Nipulon.
All right, so as a boss fight, S. As a character, I'm thinking A. So where do we
I would
put
say
him?
even as a character B. He wasn't like
So that puts him at A.
that puts him in A.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but
now we have this fucker.
oh my gosh, this guy was
Now, it's-
hilarious, but fucking annoying.
that was
but
Quentin
hilarious.
the Glutton.
What's his name?
Quentin the Glutton. But this is just them as a whole.
Oh, okay.
Because you find a
Okay.
few of these during the game.
Mm-hmm.
Quentin, he's annoying as fuck, but it's funny.
He's funny. He's funny. I would
So,
say, well,
I'd
as
say
a
as-
whole,
I don't know. I can't really do it because there's only a few of them. So let's just do Quentin.
okay. If it's Quentin, I'm thinking A.
I was thinking B, but we can rock paper scissors.
Nah, I can see B. I mean, I feel like he's barely A for me, so
Just not a
just
lot.
B.
Yeah. Okay.
S.
S tier.
Honestly, probably the
Red and blue gatekeepers.
look at that S tier list.
Yeah.
To me, other than Gus, that's the easiest S on there.
Other than Gus?
Other than Gus. Gus is my guy, but I fucking love those little fucking trash can worm gatekeeper things.
Agreed.
That was one of the funniest parts of the game for me.
Agreed. Okay, do you know who this is?
Oh my gosh. Dude.
So when you're in the desert in, what is that, Old Town or whatever?
Whatever that area is called.
Yeah.
That whole area.
If you run out too far into the sand, these sandworms attack you. And it's like a fucking baby face underneath the mouth.
Giant worm, and it's pretty
Huge.
much like an automatic kill. Like
Yeah.
there's not, you can't fight it. At least we haven't been able to.
No, I don't
fight
think
them.
there's a way to fight them.
But you
there
can
could
see
be.
them like
Maybe you can get it, but
burrowing
let's do it.
towards you. Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. But there was one point where you were trying to find like the warp gate to get out. And I
God.
swear that thing popped up on you at least 30 times.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you had the most experience with that. Where would you put them? I'll let you.
It was hilarious
single-handedly-
every time it happened.
Yeah.
And
And the noise they make is just you don't expect
it's funny. I'll give it a C.
it. Okay.
I'd say
That's fair.
C.
Yeah.
Just because it was annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And now this is the shopkeeper's son.
Mm. Hold on, let me look at this. I'm thinking C.
I agree.
I
with
would
C.
not go any higher than C.
And I don't think it's a D character.
I don't think he's D.
So now we got
Oh, those the brothers?
these are the brothers.
Oh, they were cool.
Can't remember their fucking name. Like Anthro.
Honestly,
brothers or
all I
something
can
like that.
think of is just the boss fight. I don't really remember much about them personality-wise.
Yeah.
But if I'm going just off the boss fight, that was a really good boss fight. I'm thinking A. Because this was when you were playing, so I may have missed
Yeah,
some
I
of
mean, there
their
was-
character development.
You
but-
did, because there was like little mini boss fights in between that main one.
Mhm.
And you do like some of the stuff we skipped was like, you know, them coming up in like a hologram and talking to the workers and stuff like that. So I would say
I'm just.
I don't think it compares with like
yeah.
Let's Do It, Lizzie, the Shopkeep. I'd say C. What do you think?
C? Ah.
Well, we could put it with B.
All right. Well, if I'm going, I would say B, but I feel like that list has to be messed with. Because
Okay.
the hunk, now that I'm thinking.
I agree.
Yeah, that's
I
not
agree.
B. That's not on the same level of Let's Do It.
Yeah.
But I think they're B. I think they're, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
at
see.
least B.
We could do.
That was just a really good boss fight. There was
B.
a lot
I'm gonna
of
move Hunk down to C.
yeah, because that was a lot of that boss fight had a lot of like platforming you had to do.
Yeah, it did. And now this. Oh, this is the sniper. It's in like a weird color.
Sniper? Oh.
Yeah, you remember the snipers? I'd say
D.
fucking D. Yeah.
D. Yeah.
Kinda
Like they weren't
lame.
annoying. They were easy to
Easy
like
to
dodge
kill.
and get to, but
Yeah.
not memorable. Oh, is that pseudo?
That's pseudo.
S.
That's tier.
S.
All right.
Yeah, pseudo
like
is
pseudo.
fucking S.
All right. Now we're down to the
Steezy.
last two. Sweezy.
Oh, Sweezy. All right, so Sweezy was cool. Good gun. Dialogue was sometimes funny.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the least memorable dialogue-wise of
Yeah.
them. But I would put him up there with Kenny. I would say A because
I'd say A.
I liked using her.
I agree with that. And
Yeah.
now the final one. Tweeg.
Tweeg. All right, so you don't get too much from Tweeg. Seems like a nice guy from the start, but
Yeah.
later on, kind of an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I would say C. I wouldn't put him up there with Lizzie.
I think C is definitely the fair
Yeah.
choice. Now, do you see any that don't
All right.
belong?
So starting from the top, Creature, Easy S, Gene, Easy S, Gus, Easy S. The little kid, he's just hilarious. His dialogue's awesome. Kind of very good first impression with him since he comes in so early on. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking S. The Cutie Town guy, Easy S. Who's that beside him?
Mac and Cheese Bros.
Oh, Easy S. Pseudo S. Ah, man, you know what? Is the guy the meat guy, is he S?
The meat guy?
You piece of meat, little kid.
No. I know. That's a hard to contend with the other ones.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's A.
I'm thinking A.
Yeah, you can bring him down to A. So with looking at A
I don't know, man. I feel like Knifey should be moved up.
to S,
No, he's got to stay down just because he doesn't get that
I'm
much
just thinking
dialogue.
if he's up, I gotta move Kenny up.
Yeah. I think he should just stay down there because he doesn't have like
Yeah.
that good a dialogue.
Well, I will say Kenny, Knifey, the Goop Bros, they're like the top of A.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know.
yeah.
They're the top of A.
Agreed.
Same with Sweezy too. I think Sweezy's up there.
You know what? I'm going to move this guy down to B. What do you think?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Because can any of these compare to like Kenny and Knifey? I think
that's what you have to.
Nipulon, boss battle, yes. But I think
I
B.
just think that boss fight was so good, it deserves A.
You really think so?
I think so. That boss
Okay.
fight was so good. If anything,
Okay.
maybe move the twerk guys even lower. Or do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think they compare to?
No,
Okay.
they don't compare to Kenny.
Um,
Globo, Goop, yeah.
probably even
The
that little
drone?
robot, the drone. Yeah,
Yeah.
move him down. But they are just hilarious. I guess I was getting so excited with how funny they were.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, after seeing the whole list,
The Douglas, based on the fight, was good.
yeah,
And like the little
he's
disguise.
like bottom of A, but I feel like
Yeah.
he's still there.
Blordo, he's funny as hell. Lots of
Yeah.
dialogue when you're talking to him.
I would leave him.
Yeah, that's a solid
I'm
A.
happy with that.
B, is B fair? I feel like Let's Do It should be A.
All right, I agree with that. Let's do it. Should be A. Yeah.
And
Is
then-
Lizzie as good as? Oh, well, is Garmantuous as good as Lizzie?
I feel like I feel like they're on the same
Same.
level.
Okay.
Because Garmantuous isn't exactly funny,
Yeah. No.
but he's like the one,
Right.
the main guy. So that's like mid tier, you know.
Yeah.
Lizzie, not the funniest character. She's got some funny dialogue that's
Yeah.
not meant to be funny, or it's meant to be funny, but it's not like she's funny, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, she balances herself out.
Yeah.
So.
Shopkeep, yeah. Quentin, annoying as fuck, but funny. This guy,
Who's that again? Oh yeah.
The armored
Take him
guy.
down. Take him down. Oh yeah.
yeah.
What was I thinking? Honestly, I
That's
don't
a
even know if I
solid
really
B.
like the pawn shop owner that much.
Fuck it, it's going down.
Yeah, I was going to C. Take that Mike down to D. Yeah, he
Agreed.
ain't fucking anybody.
You can't match up with the mayor, Krubus, Nine
Yeah,
Torg.
exactly.
It looks pretty solid to me.
Honestly, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
That is very solid.
Well, there we have it.
Hell yeah. So I'm sure to
There's
a
our
lot of
tier
you,
list.
this is you have no clue what's going on. You don't know any of these characters, but you just got to trust us.
Yeah, when you play the
Or
game,
just play the game.
revisit this.
Is this game on Game Pass? I think it is. This game is on Game Pass.
No way.
I want to say it's on Game Pass
Oh,
because
shit.
someone from work was telling me they're gonna start playing this.
Oh,
because
hell
it's
yeah,
on
dude.
Game Pass.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
dope.
if you have Xbox, you have Game Pass, please check it out. This game is awesome. And this is what we think of all the characters. So as you play through it, maybe keep this in mind.
Mhm.
And yeah, let us know what you think.
But yeah,
But
that does it for this episode 12 of the Hardcore Podcast, High on Life, side quest number 2.
side quest number 2. It was fun. Had a good
been
time.
All right, we'll see you next week.
I'll see you next week.
Later.
See you.
Cutie Cat Steve, no!